From the Detroit Free Press, it's Thursday, October 24th. Here's what's going on today.
I'm Detroit Free Press higher education reporter David Jesse. Going to Wayne State University just got a whole lot cheaper. The Detroit University announced Wednesday it will cover the cost of tuition for all high school graduates who live in the city of Detroit. That means classes will be free. Tuition costs about $12,000 a year. The money won't cover books or living on campus. There aren't many strings to getting the money. It's being called the Heart of Detroit Scholarship. A student has to live in the city of Detroit, graduate from high school in the class of 2020 or later, and fill out financial aid forms. It doesn't matter how much money your family makes. Don Medley, Wayne State's official in charge of the program, said the school wanted to make a bold move. It's really as close to free college as we can get in terms of tuition.
This is Phoebe Wall-Howard, a reporter for the Detroit Free Press Autos team. The GM strike might be nearly over, but the worries aren't going away for factory workers on the picket lines. It's not just their paychecks and health care, but the future of the American middle class. The UAW fight against GM is bigger than auto manufacturing. It reflects a fear about job security that permeates industries all over America. Every plant closure feels like a nail in the American coffin, workers said. Some people feel we make too much money, said Gerald Crump, an electrician from Macomb who has worked at GM 22 years and supports a family of 4. But the problem really is we have too many people who don't make enough.
This is Brian Manzullo, craft beer writer for the Detroit Free Press. Michigan's biggest brewery is skipping Detroit's biggest beer festival. Founders Brewing Company has pulled out of the Fall Beer Festival this weekend in Detroit as it faces a racial discrimination lawsuit that reached a boiling point this week. Former Founders employee Tracy Evans filed the lawsuit last year, alleging that Founders tolerated a racist internal corporate culture. On Monday, the Detroit Metro Times published a leaked deposition from the case in which a Founders general manager who fired Evans would not acknowledge whether Evans is black. The deposition set off a firestorm of anger against Founders on social media, leading to Founders leaving a festival that will feature more than 130 Michigan breweries and 850 beers. Read more about the case on freep.com.
This is J.C. Reindl for the Detroit Free Press. There are lots of complaints on social media about erroneous parking tickets in Royal Oak. People swear they paid for a spot using the Park Mobile app, only to still get a ticket. Police say the problems are almost always due to user error. People will type in their own license plate wrong or use a plate of a different car that they have at home. Police concede that sometimes parking officers do make mistakes and issue bad tickets. People can contest parking tickets at 44th District Court or visit the Royal Oak Police Station. Tickets are $25 or $10 if you pay within 72 hours.
Reporting for the Detroit Free Press, I'm Omar Abdelbaki. Vaping devices aren't just a potential health hazard. The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration says the devices are household hazardous waste. That means don't throw them out in the trash. The federal agency is teaming up with the Harper Woods Department of Public Safety this Saturday to collect unwanted electronic cigarettes and vapes without batteries in the Detroit suburb. Devices with internal batteries are considered a potential fire hazard and will not be accepted. The agencies suggest contacting local hazardous waste management facilities for advice on how to get rid of vape devices with built-in batteries. Saturday's event is free and anonymous, no questions asked.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department and an update on the Lions, who were still trying to get over the Quandre Diggs trade to Seattle on Tuesday. And sure, the team agreed to a contract extension last year that had Diggs signed through 2021. And yes, Diggs was voted a team captain to start this season. But in the NFL, life comes at you fast and decisions are made even faster. Part of what went into the decision was how confident the team is in the other safeties on the roster, including rookies Will Harris and C.J. Moore. Lions head coach Matt Patricia said all the right things about his defensive backs' capabilities on Wednesday, but we'll just have to see how the Lions adjust to playing without Diggs beginning this Sunday against the Giants at Ford Field.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. And sign up for the daily briefing newsletter. See you tomorrow.